Plaintiff Jayla Stewart was pursuing an adult entertainment career and planned to hire the defendant to be her videographer. Jayla claims she and the defendant had a brief sexual encounter, but after she got pregnant by another man, she hired the defendant to shoot photos of her, but they were terrible, so she's suing. Defendant Kevin Russell admits that he was intimate with Jayla, but claims he refused to have sex with her because he knew of her past in the porn industry. Kevin claims after Jayla expressed her displeasure with his photos, she defamed him online, so he's countersuing.
Start with you.
I know Kevin Russell here from Facebook. We've been in tune on Facebook for quite some time, but we finally made a connection. I would say would be at the beginning of 2017. The young man and I were gonna make some work together. At the time, in 2017, I was pursuing an adult entertainment film career, and I reached out to Mr. Russell so that way he could be my videographer. We didn't begin working right away like I wanted to, and so we actually had an encounter, which was not businesslike. He performed oral sex on me, and we did never have intercourse, so that was it. Shortly after, maybe a few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant by somebody else.
Oral sex?
Wow. This guy's something.
No, Your Honor.
You're a bad man.
Right?
You're a bad man.
Lying around the block with him.
Go ahead.
No, Your Honor. I did not get pregnant by Mr. Russell, Your Honor. I was stating that we did have that encounter, but we didn't have intercourse. It was just oral sex.
But didn't you say you were pregnant 3 weeks later?
By someone else.
Okay.
By someone else, Your Honor. By someone else. So when I found out I was pregnant, I decided I didn't want to continue pursuing this career as an adult entertainer because I didn't feel comfortable doing this pregnant. And I reached out to him because I wanted him to do my maternity photos. I came to him because he's very well known for his great work that he does through the United States, Miami, LA, Chicago.
Okay. You have a portfolio of your work?
Well, I actually only have the pictures of that we shot together.
She says you're
before
very
that.
well known in the industry around the country. I want to see some of your work, man. You don't have any?
I don't have any on me because what didn't pertain to the case. I didn't want to be up here with a whole bunch of.
I could have given you a little action on television.
HimOverThereStudios.com.
What's the name of it?
Him Over There Studios.
Him Over There. Like
Yes.
Him Over There.
Like him over there. Him over here.
Studios.com.
Yes.
They can go and look at your work.
Yes, they can go look at my
She
work.
said you're one of the best in the country. So.
All
What's the
right.
difference between, on this one, there's a difference between the left and the right.
The one on the left is the before, and the one on the right the after. So I pretty much edited. Worked on the stomach.
You did a good job on that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. And what's the problem?
Your Honor, the first initial issue that I had with this was that I waited over 3 weeks to get these images. And
How long did he tell you it would take?
you know what? He did not give me a time frame. I've worked with other photographers, and they diligently give
How long does it usually take them?
about a week or so, no more than 2 weeks. And like I said, he does have a heavy workload, so I did understand. But when he began to lie to me, stating that he sent the images already, I didn't get them, and I kept asking. So when are you gonna send them? He began to ignore me.
Let me get some background from him. So, sir, why don't you tell me?
Well, yes. I initially met Miss Stewart, like she said, beginning of 2017. We were just Facebook associates, and the encounter she's talking about, one night she made a post saying, "Hey, I want some favors done." So I slid in her DMs, and she gave me an address. I pulled up. As soon as we got there, we got to work. But upon finishing, I decided I didn't want to go forth the intercourse, so I left out. And
you were trying to avoid unprotected sex or something? Or?
I just didn't feel comfortable because the main reason I didn't feel comfortable because I knew her past as an adult star. So
Okay, got it.
as I'm doing it, it's like I was kind of decided against it because it might not have been a good choice. Which
All right.
I'm glad.
That's far enough.
So after that, after that, we didn't have any regular communication, just every now and then we'll talk. So upon the shoot that's brought up, she didn't have an idea, so I tried to assist her with an idea for it. So that's why the pictures are kind of like she's mismatched denim and everything. Then the day of the shoot, it was my initial price I rated her was one price, and I gave her, she was like about 2.5 hours late. So she volunteered a late fee, which, because I was going to cancel the shoot because after 2.5 hours, I have other things to do. But since she volunteered the late fee, okay, I'll stay and make some extra money. So we did the shoot, and at the shoot, there was no complaints. And then after the shoot was done, my usual turnaround time is 2 to 3 weeks, but as she stated, I'm one of the best in the country, so sometimes things do stretch out. And as far as she's saying I'm ignoring her, I would give her those points because it's if I'm telling you I'm going to send them and you keep texting me, eventually it's only so much I can keep telling you, and I can't compare it.
Now, what do you say is wrong with him? What does he do wrong?
Your Honor, before I say why I feel like he was wrong about particularly anything that he said, what I don't like about the images is that I asked him what background options I had. He didn't give me an option he never gave me an option, I'm sorry. He never gave me an option as to what I wanted to do. It was like when I got there, he had already set up, and the part that's emotional for me is that I was battered through my pregnancy. So when I look at these photos, when I first saw them, I was upset because I asked him, when I saw the unedited and he told me to choose what I wanted, I was asking about the background. And he said, why didn't you say something sooner?
Don't go away. More of Judge Mathis is coming up. Defendant Kevin Russell admits that he and the plaintiff were intimate, but says he refused to have sex with her because of her past in the porn industry.
How long after receiving them did you tell him you didn't?
Immediately. Through email, I have here, Your Honor, I asked him a few questions. I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather myself.
Did he answer?
He did. He responded within 6 days through email. I messaged him and texted him, asked him about the color of the background because I wanted orange. He stated to me that he would have to contact an outside source.
Aren't
and
you
I said,
supposed
okay.
to lay all that out in the beginning?
We are supposed to lay out that in the beginning. And by him telling me that it was I have here him on Facebook stating.
But is this the first time you told him about the orange background?
It was. The specific color, yes.
Now, it was already finished.
It was already finished.
So how can you then say, no, I wanted orange, and you never said orange?
Right. And my understanding and my learning experience is that I have to speak up on what it is I want.
Up front,
beforehand.
So what happened here?
What happened here, beyond the color background, the lighting to me was very dark. And I stated to him that it was dark. And I asked him also, I said in an email, was there a reason why I didn't have your logo or your tagging on my images, because that's what I paid for. And Your Honor, here in email, he tells me
Let me see your emails that you're referring to.
I got them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there a reason why it doesn't have him over there on the images?
The him over there.
My logo.
His logo.
Got it. Okay, and he says, no, didn't get the chance to, and I know that you and your mom had been patiently waiting, so I want to deliver the final images. Where do you express any of your concerns other than with his insignia? Thought you told me there was a background that you didn't like or that it was too dark. Do you have anything that expresses that?
This was, I would say, 2 months.
Let me see it, please.
This would be 2 months after.
Why did you wait so long?
Because him and another model were on Facebook. She made a status on Facebook stating how she wants photographers to deliver their images within a certain time frame. And Mr. Kevin Russell was on there commenting. He was pretty much stating to the young lady that she didn't pay full price for the images. She knows that he wants to have sexual intercourse with her, which is why.
Who is this saying, Kevin Russell? Let me just say, this is the reason I'll never work with a person of color. Who's saying that?
That's me, Your Honor, upset.
As black as you are, you got a lot of nerve. Please, go ahead. All right, ma'am, that got my attention.
I hear you, Your Honor.
Ooh, you just cursing away.
I was very upset because he started to delete my comments off this young lady's post, and I wasn't even.
What's the emotional distress? I have not seen anything that is a cause of action for you to get your money back for these pictures.
Understanding.
I don't see anything
The
wrong
reason
with
that
the
I
ones
feel
you
like
showed
this
me.
is because here
Let's see it,
the young
please.
man is steadily. I have more for you. I'm sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 25, Your Honor.
How old are you?
29.
Why you keep calling him young man?
Just out of respect.
Okay.
Even though I did say what I was saying, I never once
But he's older than you.
respect him, you know?
What am I to see here, ma'am?
What I just showed you was him pretty much telling me that I didn't look pregnant. He was asking me also what he wanted me to do, stating that I came with less desirable to begin with.
How does she owe you, sir?
I feel like she owes me for defamation of character because, one, clearly the status that was read, she pretty much threw dirt all on my name, as well as in the comments, she stated that I'm not the only photographer who has a relation with these models. Also,
She's suggesting that that's what you do, or what is she
she's suggesting
saying?
that all photographers
Have sex with the...
have sex with models. So I feel like that's defaming my character as well as my other constituents that do this as well. And also, I'm suing for
Let me
defamation
see
of character
that.
because
Do you have that part highlighted? And
yes,
also what?
well, it's
Is it right? Where is it?
yes.
Do you
that's the
have
part about
anyone
the
that has ever
photographers.
made a comment in response to that?
One
that might
on the second sheet,
jeopardize your business?
Yes, Ashley Arrell, it's highlighted. She stated that she was looking forward to doing doing her maternity shoot with me, but now she was questioning whether she wanted to do it. So it's a direct
Ma'am,
effect.
you do say you not the only photographer. Who's viewing this, though, other than the two of you?
It's on my page.
Okay, so any of your followers can view this.
Correct, Your Honor.
You're stating a fact. You're alleging a fact that you don't know to be true about all the other models that he deals with, and it does hurt his reputation for you to state what you are presenting as a fact. And it does have a person who says, I wanted him to do my pictures. All right, your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted. She certainly defamed you, saying that you have sex with these models that you work with, and then as a result, you have a client who says they won't work with you because of that. Have a good day. Granted, dismissed.
I still think you're a great artist. I just really wish you would have put forth the effort that you do with everyone else. I never wanted to defame your character. I stated that. I apologize if you took it wrong, but I really feel like you worked harder for other people. Was it because of my size or something? I don't know.
I really wish we could have handled this a different way. Wish you would have contacted me. It was never for your size. I did the best I could with what I was given, and I did work hard for you, and I delivered my product as I said.